So we're going to begin today with bridge pose. So I want you to make sure you bend both knees to protect your back, roll to your side, and then all the way onto your back. Plant your feet, knees are bent, and just have your weights kind of nearby so you can easily grab them without getting up. We're not going to start with them, however. So with bridge pose, hands are by your side. You've got three options. You can either keep your hands like this for a bigger challenge, elbow or forearms up. For an even bigger challenge, arms extended. So I'm going to do the middle of the road one here to start. Inhale to prep, belly button to your spine. And then on your exhale, peel your vertebrae one at a time, up off the mat, lift your hips. Try to exhale every last bit of air out of your lungs. On an inhale, roll down, imprint the vertebrae back into the floor. Exhale up. Now, if it's too challenging for you to go up and down with each breath, then what you can do is just hold for a breath on the way down. So instead of going right up on your next exhale, you can just hang out here for a breath and then rejoin when you're ready. Otherwise, it's a lift on each exhale and a lower on each inhale. This is an awesome one to really focus on your breathing, so make your inhales and exhales as long and slow as possible. Lift and hold. So bridge pose is a great strengthener for the entire backside of your body, your hamstrings, your glutes, your lower back. We're going to do one more. Make it good. Exhale, peel up. Inhale, imprint down. Very nice. Pull your knees either into your chest or out towards your shoulders. Wiggle your toes. Take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose or your mouth. You may even want to look side to side with your head, loosening up your neck. Drop your feet down. Find imprinted pelvis. Imprinted pelvis is a position that helps protect your lower back while you're doing ab work. So to find that position, envision a bowl of water resting on your pelvis and then spill it towards your chest. Your lower back is in contact with the floor. Once you've found that position, pull your knees into your chest, belly button pulls closer to your spine. Grab your left knee, extend your right leg up. The further you drop your extended leg towards the ground, the harder this one becomes. So you decide what angle it needs to be. On your next inhale, pulse twice and switch. Inhale, inhale, exhale, switch. Belly button to your spine. Once again, experiment with the angle of your extended leg. The closer it is to the ground, the harder this one becomes. Nice. Couple more. Take a break if you need it. Otherwise, hang on for 3 more sets. Inhale, inhale, exhale, switch. Last 2. Last one. You can pull your knees into your chest, wiggle your toes. Excellent job. Drop your feet down. We're going to do another set of the bridge. If what we did before was challenging for you, then do that again. So you're deciding on your arm position, going up on exhales, coming down on inhales. For a bigger challenge, with or without your weights, extend your arms up. Instead of going up and down with our breath, we're going to hold our hips up the entire time and add some arm movements. So I'll cue you through that. If you're up for joining me, then take an inhale to prep. Exhale, lift one vertebrae at a time up. Now keep your hips lifted if you can. At any point, if you need a break, just imprint down and rest. But you're driving your hips up towards the sky. Now, before we start with our arm movements, I want you to check in with your feet. What's probably happening is you're rolling out towards the pinky toe sides of your feet. What I want you to do instead is push through the big toe sides of your feet. And what you'll probably notice is that your inner thighs fire up when you do that. So now we're toning and strengthening the entire backside of our body, plus our inner thighs. And we're gonna add some arm movements with or without weight so we get some strengthening and toning happening in our upper body as well. So we're gonna do some flies here. Have a little elbow bend. Inhale, drop down, hover. Exhale, come up. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, up. Do not lock your elbows. Keep that elbow bend the entire time. Just a slight bend in the elbows. Hips are lifting as much as possible, as long as possible. But feel free to take a break whenever you need it. Inhale down. Exhale up. Belly button to your spine. Now you can continue like this. For an even bigger upper body challenge, then keep your arms hovering. Of course, we have that elbow bend and pulse. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 10. One more set if possible. Hips are up. 2, 3, 4, 10. Nice. Arms come up. Drop your elbows down and then bring your vertebrae to the ground one at a time. Very nice. Drop your weights to the side if you have them. Pull your knees into your chest. Wiggle your toes. Deep breath. Stack your hands. Bring them behind your head. We're going to do another ab exercise. With this one, we're going to pretend like we're biking in the air. So with this position in place, meaning your imprinted pelvic position, so your lower back is touching the ground, start to make bicycle movements with your legs. The bigger and the faster these movements, the harder this becomes, or the more challenging it becomes for your abdominal muscles. So maybe you just do slow, small movements. Maybe you really pick up the pace, and this not only is an ab workout, but then becomes a bit cardio. You decide. When and if you need a break, just rest here, wiggle your toes, rejoin when you're ready. The breathing I like to do with this one is an inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Push out through your heel when your leg is extended. That helps lengthen the backside of your leg, so it helps with flexibility. So we're getting a lot of good work in here, cardio, flexibility, and toning and strengthening. Hang on for 3, 2, 1. Rest if you need it. When you're ready, reverse direction. So now you push out and come back. So it's almost like a reverse bicycle, if that were a thing. You're doing great. Keep breathing. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Lengthen through your heel. Upper body stays as still as possible. Oh my gosh, there's an eagle above me. Ah, that's the benefit of doing yoga and Pilates outside, I guess. Sweet. Hang on. 3, 2, and rest. Very nice job. Wiggle your toes. Deep breath in through your nose, out through your nose or your mouth. Drop your feet down. We're going to do one more set of the bridge. So remember, you have lots of options. You can decide where you want your arms. You can decide if you're lifting and moving with each breath or if you're holding. If you'd like to hold and do some arm movements with me, then decide if you want to include weights. If so, grab them now. On your next exhale, extend your arms up and bring your hips up one vertebrae at a time. If you're up for holding, then keep your hips lifted. Push through the big toe sides of your feet. The arm movement we're going to do this time is a dropping of your elbows. Scrape your rib cage, push straight up. Drop straight down, push straight up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Big toe sides of your feet are pushing into the ground. Hips are lifting. In your belly, pretend like you're zipping up a tight pair of jeans. So as you're toning and strengthening the backside of your body, you're protecting your lower back by keeping your abdominal muscles engaged. Relax your face. Pick up the pace if you want a big challenge. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Do what you can for 5, 4, 3, 2. Excellent. Elbows come down, and then hips come down one vertebra at a time. Really nice job with that. Knees into your chest, wiggle your toes. Deep breath. One more ab exercise here, lying on our back. It's the double straight leg stretch. This one is awesome for toning and strengthening under the space under your belly button. Stack your hands, bring them behind your head. Extend your legs straight up, squeeze your heels together. If you are tight in your legs, you might need a little knee bend here, that's just fine. On your next inhale, drop your legs just a few inches, see how that feels? Exhale, come up. Inhale, drop down. Exhale up. Now the key here is the further you drop down, the more intense this one becomes. What you do not want to happen is you don't want your lower back and your belly button to pop up. That's what they want to do. Instead, you've got to use the strength of your core to avoid that. If that is happening, then make your movement smaller, maybe just baby movements today. If you need a bigger challenge, then you drop further down. Stabilize and come up. What we want to avoid is using momentum, which would look like this, drop down and then fly up. Instead, you want really smooth, slow movement, both on the way down and on the way up to ensure you're using muscle instead of momentum. That way we keep ourselves safe and the exercise becomes much more effective. Do what you can here. Take a break whenever you need it. If possible, 2 more sets. Inhale, drop down slowly. Lower back stays grounded. Belly button to your spine. Exhale, come up at that same slow speed. 1 more. You're a rock star. Nice job. Rest. And then from here, roll to your stomach. We're going to do swimming, which is an awesome exercise to tone and strengthen your lower back. Legs are extended hip width apart. Arms are up in front of you, extended shoulder width apart. Take an inhale to prep. Exhale, lift your right arm, left leg. Lift it up slowly and drop down. On your next exhale, lift your left arm and right leg. Nice. Belly button pulls up. So you're lifting slowly on the exhales, lowering with control on your inhales. If this is challenging for you, continue at this speed. If you'd like a bigger challenge, then start to pick up the pace. One day, someday, you might even make this into one continuous movement as I'm doing now. Do what you can, regardless of your speed. Your torso stays still, and your limbs move straight up and straight down. Keep breathing. Let's try 2 more breaths at whatever speed you're going. A big inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose or your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Big exhale. Awesome. Stack your hands, forehead down, rest. We've got heel beats next. With this one, you have the option of staying in this upper body position, so hands are stacked, forehead is down. Another option is to extend your arms up in front of you and then pull your shoulders back so your upper body lifts just a bit. In either of those positions, squeeze your heels. Now this might be where you stay. This is one option. Simply squeezing your heels is a great strengthening exercise. So if this is challenging for you, stay here. For a bigger challenge, lift your legs up. This might be where you stay. For an even bigger challenge, flex your toes and then lengthen through your heels. It's going to isolate your inner thighs a bit more. And then for an even bigger challenge with your legs lifted, start to beat your heels. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 10. 20, shoulders away from your ears. 30, 2 more sets if possible. If not, take a break whenever you need it. 40, last set here. And 50, awesome job. Squeeze and rest. Stack your hands if they aren't already, forehead down. On your next exhale, if you don't have any knee issues, then you can push back to what's called shell pose in Pilates. Your knees are together and you're kind of just rounding over like a shell. In yoga, a similar pose is called child's pose, where you extend your knees out mat width apart, big toes are touching, and then stack your fists forehead to your fists. So either one of those positions, if your knees are bothering you, or if this bothers your knees, then you can just stay on your stomach resting in that position, or roll to your back and pull your knees into your chest. On your next exhale, come up. We're going to finish up this workout with Pilates push-ups. We're going to try 2 sets of 5. Pilates push-ups are very similar to a chaturanga in yoga, meaning as you come down, you scrape your rib cage with your elbows, so you're really targeting the back of your arms, your triceps. Another thing that's different between Pilates push-ups and regular push-ups is you come down on 3 inhales. And what that does is forces you to control your movement so you're not letting momentum take over. So with that said, these are challenging. Do what you can. You have the option of being on your knees instead of your toes. You also have the option of just holding in a plank position, maybe doing baby movements and coming up. So tailor it to what you need. Challenge yourself here, but make sure you still are able to maintain your form. So with that said, let's meet in a plank position. Really bright fingers so your wrists have a nice base. Pointer fingers are going straight forward. You can start on your knees, drop your hips so they're in alignment with the rest of your body. Shoulders are over your hands. Maybe this is where you hold in a plank position and take a break by pushing back when you need to. For an even bigger challenge, you're pushing through your heels into a high plank position. Maybe you hold here. Or if you're up for it, let's try the Pilates push-ups together. On your next inhale, come down. 2, 3, exhale, push up. Inhale, 2, 3, and up. Elbows scrape your rib cage. Down, 2, 3, strong exhale. 2 more if you can. Last one. Nicely done. Drop to your knees. Find shell pose or child's pose. Rest for a moment in between our sets. Come up on your next inhale. One final set to finish up this workout. So you decide if you want to be on your knees or your toes. You decide if you want to hold in plank or try the push-ups. If you're doing the push-ups with me, use your next inhale to go down. 2, 3, exhale up. Down, 2, 3, big exhale. Almost there, do what you can. Down, 2, 3, come on up. Last 2, you got this. Final one, make it good. Down, 2, 3, push up. Really nice job. Push back into shell pose or child's pose. Rest. Roll up on your next inhale. And we're going to call it a day.